I did.
What's up, everybody? So I am currently working on several drainage projects here at the course, and anyways, we got a brand new irrigation system installed last year, and anyways, we're having to go back, fix drainage and add in drainage and stuff like that to areas that are wet. So with the new irrigation system, I do not know exactly where all the wires and pipes are. So I've got this fancy machine right here called Greenlee. It is a wire tracker. So anyways, we've got valves with wire all over the place that I'm gonna hook into, which I'll show you real quick. So this right here is a map that I go off of. Where's it at? So anyways, we're on hole number 8. Ooh. Which is right here. So anyways, the drainage I'm going to work on is somewhere right in here going across here. So I've got to track this wire and pipe to find out where it is so that we don't hit it whenever I am installing this new drainage. So anyways, if you look here, valves and stuff like that, so I'm going to hook into the wires here, track this right here and mark it. Alright, so normally with this right here, these wires hook into the transmitter, which provides power to these two things right here, and then it pushes a signal through the wire that little contraption reads. Anyways, normally one of these would hook into the wire and the other one would hook into this ground rod that we stick in the ground, but I do not have any exposed wire on this to be able to hook one of these into the actual wire. So instead of cutting the wire and exposing it to hook into, it comes with one of these contraptions right here that it grounds itself. Anyways, this opens up and you hook it around the bunch of wires. So I pulled the bunch of wires out and put the clamp around all the wires. I'm gonna go here on, oh, move my finger there. Transmitter here, we're gonna turn up to, we'll go with 6, we'll go 7. Okay, so instead of tracking this all the way from where to start, I'm coming in the first sprinkler head that's on the line, and we're gonna work our way towards that way to figure out exactly where the sprinkler line and wire. So to give you an idea, I'm gonna turn this on. So signal gets stronger as you get closer or on top of the sprinkler line and wire. Alright, so we're gonna track this all the way down. I could probably go all the way down here to where this other sprinkler is and work backwards, but just to show you guys. Because up here it hits a T according to, well, here's the other sprinkler head. But anyways, it'll hit a T up here in a second. And that's kind of where we need to find out where it's at. So it's starting to move up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna show you this right here. When you get over the top of the line, sound gets louder, the dial goes. Now at some point to narrow down and get a closer idea of where the pipe is, because normally that gives you about a a foot notice of kind of where the pipe and everything is there. So the pipe and where everything is. Here you can hear it's not as loud. The dial doesn't move just a whole lot, so you kind of have to listen. So about right in there is pretty much where the pipe and wire is. So if I turn this up, there you go. Okay, I have completely tracked and marked the wire and pipe for the sprinkler system that we're trying to avoid hitting, adding in our new drainage. So I'm going to walk with you through here. So it was a lot easier for me to track and mark than it was to track, mark, and record. So anyways, these pink flags indicate where I have found where the pipe and wire is. So anyways, like I was talking about earlier, I knew there was a split or a T in there. So anyways, we go up here, we get close to the creek, tees off, goes up the hill to finish irrigation up that way and around the backside of the green. And then it goes back down the hill down here. They followed along the creek line. Good thing and easy thing about this, a little easier about this, is this irrigation system was just put in, so I can still sort of see the heaving of where the pipe is sitting. Going into more depth on the drain that we're putting in. So we have a drain that we do believe is coming from that bunker up there. Comes down and is a pop-up, okay? So basically what happens is water drains from there, comes to here, and then just seeps out of the ground, coming down this way, follows that swell, which I don't, try to see if we can get a better angle. So anyways, there you can kind of tell the swell there. Anyways, water comes up through that grate, hits the swell, goes down to the creek. Now, normally this would work pretty well, but we're having a lot of issues with it staying wet in this area. Normally around when it's during the summer and we get a nice rain, it takes a while. There's about a 6-foot radius around this this drain that stays wet, and we have to work around, and it looks bad and it just doesn't look good. So anyways, what we are going to do, we're going to dig that up, connect another pipe to it, run a trench line down to the creek in order to just relieve any water pressure, or well, not water pressure, but relieve any water that is going to come into that drain, instead of it just hitting the end there, coming up through there, and then leaching. Okay, so looking at it right now, you can see I've marked the line right there. It actually goes above where our drain, little pop-up drain, is right there. So one concern I have is that this new irrigation may have cut through that drain and is no longer working properly, which is letting this be wet longer. That makes sense, because we haven't had a big issue here with this staying wet as long as it has. So anyways, the first step is going to be to uncover where that pin flag is right there and see if the line has been cut. If so, we'll fix it, repair it, then we'll continue on with the project. So the next step is to come up with a plan how we're going to run our pipe and stuff like that, and looking at where I've marked and shown where the irrigation is. We want to do our best not to cross the end of it and risk damaging irrigation pipe or the wire that is attached to it. Okay, so looking at it and coming up with just a quick plan, like I said earlier, step one is to uncover where that pin flag is to see if the drainage is broken there. If so, we will repair it, look at it, try to figure out what's going to happen and how we're going to fix it. And then once that is complete, then we will, so if you look down there, I've got a double flag. One is marking the pipe and the other one is marking the sprinkler head. So what we want to do is to try to stay away from that as much as possible, which we've got a pretty straight line on the upper side of this swell to make it to the creek. So the plan is to take where that grate is and continue the pipe all the way down to the creek. So just kind of looking at it, eyeballing, we're gonna try to get close to that sprinkler head down there without actually uncovering it or getting close to any of the wires. So normally what you would do using perforated pipe is you'd come down the swell, center of the swell, and put gravel, perforated pipe gravel, and then daylight it into the creek. Well, we want to, with this being a low area, trying to keep the pipe from being too deep, we're going to use solid pipe and go from right here straight all the way down, as straight as possible. Straight as possible is key. All the way down, passing this sprinkler head without touching it or getting close to the pipe, and then coming out into the creek, daylighting it so that the water can travel down the hill out of the bunker and keep us from having a wet area that we have to work around all spring and summertime. Well, anyways, guys, that's kind of the breakdown of how I go through trying to fix drainage, add in drainage, and stay away from any irrigation system. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this has been informational. That's not a good word. Hope this has been educational for you guys, and if you have any questions for me or ideas to make it quicker and easier, please let me know. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, so earlier we left off with the tracking and finding out exactly where our pipe is and everything like that. So anyways, we tracked it, we found it. Get down in here. So we got the pipe there, and actually we're not cut at all, and the drain pipe is intact, but we got a small little hole on top there, as you can see. So we're gonna end up cutting back here and attaching our new pipe to there, and then we're going to run it down along this line all the way down. Right now we are in the process of sod cutting all the sod, rolling it up, getting it out of the way, and after a while we will start digging the trench and adding in gravel and a new pipe. All right, we got the hole dug, gravel in the bottom, starting to lay our pipe right now. We're graveling all the way down to the bottom to the last about 20 foot, and then we're putting in solid pipe and dirt to keep the water from washing out all the gravel later on down the road. So that's just basically a backing. All right, so we have connected our old drain into our new drain pipe. And here we checked the level to make sure we had enough fall all the way down to the very end. Now we're about to add gravel to the top of this to finish it out, and we will be done. All right, after we put down the gravel, we put down a top layer of what we call black sand to help filter out any dirt and stuff getting into the gravel. We put sod back on top, and we'll let the rain wash this up and let it settle some more. And then she'll be complete, and we'll never know it ever happened. Yes, I did.